Good afternoon, everyone. This is Rick Phillips with CampusNation.com, and we are here for our final broadcast of the basketball season, the home broadcast. The Quaker men are going to be hosting Mount Union. They managed to come into Wilmington last night, and anybody in the area will know that we've got quite a bit of snow on the ground and some big flakes coming down right now. But anyway, we're going to be here, and we've got the house is filling up. We've got senior day today, so the men Quaker will they'll be honored at the beginning of our. In fact, I think they're going down to the floor right now. The parents are. So we just want everybody to know that we are live, both in video and audio, on CampusNation.com. So those of you that are coming over from the Wilmington Quakers.com site, we welcome you as well. Our bandwidth appears to be holding up real well, so if that's the case, we should be able to get the entire game in without interruption. At some point, if we have any bandwidth issues, we may have to recycle. We use the guest access here at Wilmington College, and as long as that holds up, we should be in good shape. Anyway, I'm going to turn it over to our broadcast crew. We've got Charlie Hargrave.
There he goes.
And we've got what's his name? He graduates this year from Wilmington College.
AJ
Ganger.
Yeah, Ganger.
He's promised me 20 ads up there for the wrestling.
20 ads.
I want at least 20.
You.
Right. You said they were easy. You said all those people up there just love you.
Wrestling country up there, Lima, Pickwood, Troy.
That's right.
Covington.
Yeah. Well, one of the things that we do want to emphasize is that for our listeners that follow the Wilmington boys Hurricane basketball team, obviously our first game will be this coming Friday, the 27th of February. We're going to be bringing the first game of what we hope will be 8 games in tournament action as the boys chase a state championship. And they're as good as anyone, I believe, in the state. Just for a side note, last night, Huber Heights Wayne lost to Centerville, another power in the G-Walk. In fact, Centerville now has a better record than Wayne. I think they've only lost 3 games. Wayne's lost their 5th game with that overtime victory last night. And also Mason, who was ranked number 2 in the state and undefeated, they were beat by Lakota West, which is where we're going to be for that first game against Cincinnati Withrow this Friday night. So we got a lot of action coming up. That's right, the 27th. We've also got Division III Southwest Wrestling that'll be kicking off. AJ's going north, and we're going to go south. And we probably will meet sometime, I don't know.
Hopefully you're going to see each other on the 28th, right, at my car show.
Well, I'm going to be at the car show.
Oh, you're not going to be there, are you? But the first, maybe.
He'll be there on the first.
He'll be there the first. So,
okay.
Yeah, and anyway, I'm going to turn over you guys, and you can do your shameless plugs and all that.
Hey,
I just want to make sure you look and sound good.
Well, I'll tell you what, it's nice because we can mention a couple of sponsors now, can't we? Beauregard's Barbecue and Bush
with Bush Auto.
Bush Auto are now stepping on board to help support Campus Nation through the tournament, and we appreciate them very much. And there's several others I think are going to jump on board, but we haven't got them committed yet, so we'll wait on them. Rick, I have a question for you, though. Because I am not very technologically savvy here. Does weather have anything to do with bandwidth?
No.
For anybody out there that might want to know that same answer?
No, the weather doesn't have anything to do with the bandwidth. We use, and most technology as far as Wi-Fi is microwave, the same as microwave technology. That's why if you got a microwave oven in the house and you have it near your router will cut out when you've got the microwave going. A lot of people don't realize that. That's why it...
Didn't know that. Did you know that?
So don't keep it next to your microwave. But that said, cellular technologies on a different frequency level. The big cell towers, there are microwave on the big cell towers, but we will not be affected by any blizzard that we've got going on now. Obviously satellite.
Well, that's kind of what I was thinking. Satellite does get
it relies,
and I didn't know if it was the same with bandwidth or not.
It relies on a clear channel line of sight to the satellite, and obviously when the cloud tops get very high, that'll shut off some of the satellite.
Or snow gets on your satellite dish.
And that happens too, because the way the dish is curved, sometimes snow will get down at the bottom of it, which is where it receives the signal, and so it can't reflect it back to the little horn there.
Well, AJ, why don't you tell us a little bit about the game today?
Well, it's senior day here live at Fred Risk Arena at Herman Court. We've got R.J. Leppert 5 seniors here: R.J. Leppert, Dwight Johnson, Jonathan Bibbs, Ben McGriff, and Jaron Toll. They are all seniors, and due to the changes in the OAC tournament, the 5th or 6th seed, they no longer get a home game in the tournament, so that is why today is senior day instead of next weekend, I believe, when the OAC tournament begins. This is the second meeting between Mount Union and Wilmington College. The first meeting, it was a game that featured 8 ties, 14 lead changes, and Dwight Johnson made 2 plays in the final minutes as Wilmington scored the final 5 points of the game and handing Mount Union their first OAC loss of the season. Wilmington beat them 88-87 on January the 10th, and now it is February the 21st. And Mount Union comes in today 18-6, and Wilmington is 11-12, and today they're trying to sweep Mount Union and become 12-12 going into the OAC tournament.
Now, how does this, I should know this, and I don't, and I'll apologize, but how does this work? Mount Union's 14-3 in the conference. Are they in first or second, or do you know?
I believe the team ahead of them is John Carroll. I think that's the team to beat them in Northern.
Okay.
No, actually, it's Marietta.
That's right, Marietta, yeah. Oh, they're undefeated? Okay.
So Marietta ranks in the top 5 in the AP polls and everything like that. So they are going to be the ones that will pretty much have a 1 seed going into the OAC tournament, and they're likely going to be in the NCAA tournament as well and make it pretty far, which is great for the OAC conference. I'm telling you that right now.
Yeah.
It's like the Big Ten. You had that Big Ten team, Ohio State. They got into the NCAA playoffs the first time in the history, and they ended up winning it. It's good for the Big Ten because all year long, people talk down about it. And there's a lot of good competition in the OAC with teams like Northern, like Mount Union, John Carroll, Marietta, us, Capital, teams like that coming in. It's just all great competition, and Wilmington's riding a 1-game winning streak right now. Well,
Mount Union, they're not. I tell you what, folks, if you know anything about these division schools, Mount Union is just a powerhouse in football.
Yeah,
and they're something else.
Nemesis, and they can never seem to pull it out against Wisconsin Whitewater.
Yeah, Wisconsin, and I tell you, they've been to the national championship game several times. Well, they've won it a couple of times too.
Yeah, they've beaten Whitewater a couple times.
But they're a real good sports school is Mount Union, and their basketball team's pretty good too. You know,
18-6.
14-3 in the conference and 12-1 at home. They like that home cooking.
Like you said, their only loss at home was handed to them by the Wilmington Quakers, and they're 6-5 on the road, which is not a very good road record to have.
No.
So we're going to be looking at a good game this afternoon. It's senior day. Quakers want to finish 500 on the year. I know they do. They're going to come out. They're going to play as hard as they can. They just won on Wednesday night against Muskingum, up at Muskingum, 70-63. And I know you guys were here doing the girls basketball game against Muskingum. How did that one end up going? They ended up pulling it out.
Yeah, they did. And they were at Wilmington was ahead the first part of that game, and then but never very much, like 3, and then they got down 12 and come back. Then they got down 10 and come back, and then finally pulled it out at the end. It was an exciting ball game. It really was. Mount Union, though, they're a good team. I tell you what, they're going to be looking for a little payback today.
Yeah, they are.
That's Wilmington's put their only home loss on them.
And I believe Wilmington may be the only team that has a chance to sweep them this year. Mount Union's only losses all year long. The first 2 games of the season, they lost to St. Vincent and Wooster. And then they didn't lose a game again until the 20th of December at Hope. And then they lost to Wilmington again on January the 10th. That's their 1 loss in the OAC. They lost to Marietta after that. And then they ended up beating Marietta at home 102-92. So they, I think, gave Marietta their only loss of the season. And then they ended up falling to John Carroll. So Wilmington is the only team that has a chance to sweep Mount Union in the regular season.
Cool.
We got about 5 minutes, 35 seconds.
Which is saying something, because they're a good team, and this Wilmington team's not a bad team at all. I think they've just been a little inconsistent. They seem like they're young. They try to do a little bit too much at times, and that gets them in trouble. If they can slow down, their play and think before you act, I think they'll be a lot better off.
Yeah. So, I mean, they need to play aggressive but not too aggressive because we've seen them get into foul trouble pretty early on and have to put some people on the bench early. But their starting lineup today, I believe, is going to be all 5 seniors.
That's what it looks, yeah.
You know, they got McGriff the Crime Dog, Ben McGriff,
That's right.
Dwight Johnson, Jaron Toll, R.J. Leopard, and Jonathan Bibbs. They're all going to be the starting lineup. And right now, we have Amir Rashid down on the court getting ready to begin the senior festivities for the cheerleaders, the basketball players, and the athletic trainers involved.
Senior Jamie Cole, escorted by Angela Phillips. A 4-year WC cheerleader from Fairfield, Ohio.
Introducing the cheerleaders right now.
Trip to Ireland. Ladies and gentlemen, Jamie Cole.
Please check our website because there's a lot of stuff going to happen here in the next few weeks.
Yes, there
I
is.
just hope we can survive it all.
Oh, we'll all survive
You
it.
think so?
I think
Okay,
so.
I hope so. But we got a nice deal with Wilmington High School in the tournament. And if anybody is out there wants to get on board with us, it's very reasonable rates. And all you got to do is contact Rick Phillips.
WC Moment is traveling to the NCAA tournament last season. He plans to work in sales and event management as well as attend graduate school following his undergraduate degree. Bryce Welchel. And prior to the honoring of our 5 basketball seniors, head coach Casey Hunt would like to say a few words.
Head coach Casey Hunt getting ready to talk about the seniors, which is nice.
This is always a very bittersweet time. Incredibly.
I'd like to remind everybody too, it's not on the website yet, but
In the community.
my car show is coming up this weekend.
Car show.
Yep, come out February 28th, Robert Center, 4:30 to 10, or excuse me, 4 to 10:30, and then Sundays 10 to 4. If you got old cars, you like old cars, or just want to get out of the house, it's a great thing to come do, and you help support Alzheimer's.
Ben McGriff, who extended their career as a student just so they could play an extra year of basketball to be a part of this program. Jonathan Bibbs transferring in and just getting a special.
Talking about Ben McGriff and Jonathan Bibbs and all the seniors here for Wilmington College.
Legacy here at Wilmington College.
Like I say, if you're interested in advertising, hop on board. You can get in touch with Rick Phillips over the link there at Campus Nation. And this is for everybody in the area, not just Wilmington. It could be Troy, the Dayton area, because this goes everywhere.
The ultimate dynamic player in R.J. Leopard, who's just had a fantastic 4-year career. And
Coach talking about R.J. Leopard.
They played in 2 OAC championship games, winning 1. Very easily could have been 3 for 3. And I know they have designs on competing for a 4th one this year. I just couldn't be more proud to be associated with these young men. And so I wanted to take the microphone for a second and just say thank you. I love you guys, and it's been nothing but a pleasure. But we got work to do, so let's go get it done. Thank you.
Our first men's basketball player is Jonathan.
Plus, one thing you might not realize too, if you advertise with us, you can also get some visual advertising on the website. So keep that in mind also.
With plans on becoming a head coach or ultimately playing professionally somewhere. He has reached double figures 14 times this season with 1 career double-double. JB has played in 48 games with 19 starts in his 2 seasons at Wilmington with 328 career points and 122 rebounds. He tallied a career-high 25 in back-to-back games this season. His best WC moment
Talking about Jonathan Bibbs right now.
and beating Miami last season, and his game-winning basket with the assist from Dwight Johnson earlier this season against Mount Union. Jonathan Bibbs.
He's wanting to go on and be a varsity coach, and that, or he maybe go play like ball in Europe if he can.
Next we have Ben McGriff.
Ben McGriff, the crime dog.
Along with his sister Ashley, Ben is a business and sport management major with future plans of working in the marketing field. He has played in 70 games with 15 starts in his 3 seasons in Wilmington with 199 points and 95 rebounds. He has reached double figures 5 times with a career high 12 points. His favorite WC moment is claiming the OAC championship last season. Ben McGriff.
Ben McGriff. He's a sports marketing manager. He wants to get into marketing somewhere.
Now we have Jaron Skittle Tall.
Jaron Skittle Tall.
Skittle is being escorted by Darren Tall and Bethany Anderson. He is a sport management major and will be attending graduate school at either Ohio University or Wright State.
He's either going to go to OU or Wright State for sports management.
4 years, Jaron has played in 40 games and sports a 2-to-1 assist-to-turnover ratio over his career. His best WC moment is becoming a family with his team. Jaron Tall.
Yeah, I know.
Next is R.J. Leffert.
R.J. Leffert.
R.J. is escorted by his parents, Rick and Kim Leffert. A mathematics major, R.J. plans on
Math major.
an actuary. In 4 seasons at Wilmington, he has played 87 games with 69 starts and has scored 924 career points.
924 career points here for Wilmington.
Double figures 40 times in his career, including 13 times this season, with a career high 23 points. He is currently the only player ranked in the top 10 across the league in scoring, rebounding, assists, steals, and blocks.
R.J. Leffert. So, I mean, with tournament play, he's still got a shot, outside shot at 1,000 points, doesn't he?
RJ's best
If they can win 2 or 3 tournament games.
last season, winning the OAC championship at home.
They did beat Miami of Ohio last season, too.
To beat Capital as a freshman, R.J. Leffert. Finally, we have Dwight Johnson.
Dwight Johnson, the final senior boys basketball player.
Mother Carolyn, and is a sport management major.
Another sports management major.
Working as an individual player development. In his 4 seasons at Wilmington, he has played in 105 games with 58 starts and has scored 844 points.
He scored 844.
assists. Dwight
So both of those guys got a chance. They can win a tournament game or two. He might be able to get up to 900, and RJ might be able to get up to 1,000, possibly. His outside shot. Depends on how many games they'd win.
Right.
He clinched his shot against Marietta last year in the OAC semifinals and subsequently winning the OAC title last season and hitting the game winner against SUNY Geneseo this season. Ladies and gentlemen, Dwight Johnson and the 2014-15 Wilmington College men's basketball senior class.
Looks like a good group of guys out there. And it looks like we still got about 5 minutes before we're going to have tip-off, so I'll give the Mount Union time to get back out here, and Wilmington a little bit more time to get warmed up.
Just go straight into the starting lineups.
Yeah, I think they're going to give them the 5. Mount Union's probably a little cold.
Well, the snow is still coming down, so someone's going to have to dig me out, I guess.
How can you see that? I don't see anything out there.
Well, when I went down stairs, I saw the snow still coming down. I sneaked out while you guys were.
Well, if you have a chain, I could pull you out.
Yeah?
My Chevy can pull your Ford out.
I don't know if there's any metal in my car.
Oh, that could be
I think it's all
bad.
plastic.
That could be bad, dude. I had to do that the other day. I pulled a guy. He's coming to my car show, but I had to pull his car out. His car's not running right.
Well, I've even thought I might take my car over and park it at my ex-wife's house because my son's Jeep's over there, and I'll pick
There you
the Jeep
go.
up and go home in the Jeep.
There you go. Well, both teams are back out doing their layups. I tell you what, I don't know, but when I was a kid, I loved to watch them do layups. And because, I was a kid, they'd be dunking it and everything else. And in high school, they they kind of put that away. Now I think in college you can still dunk it,
Yes.
but yeah, especially since they got the collapsible rims now.
You know, really, the crowd is not too bad considering the weather is as bad as it is.
No, whoever stayed on campus, I'm sure they're here this afternoon watching the game, and we haven't had class since Wednesday, so.
It's a tough life, isn't it?
Oh yeah, tough life.
I haven't had it since a week.
Here's all my tax dollars just going out the window.
Not for Wilmington College, but for me, yeah, I guess maybe.
Private school.
I'm sure that we're subsidizing some way.
You guys are the ones building the new buildings here on campus, I'm pretty sure.
Well, and we would love to do that. I might even turn a shovel of dirt.
Anything for you, AJ, anything, baby.
I'm gone this year. Never have a chance to use these
Anything
buildings.
to help further your education.
My education is done in May.
Education.
You're going to keep giving me an education.
Oh, yeah.
Schooling me on the mic every day.
That could be good, and that could be bad, ladies and gentlemen. Just saying.
It's all right. Rick schools me on the mic every day we have a broadcast. So.
That's all right. Yeah,
He leaves me alone for the most part.
yeah,
I guess
you're pretty much on autopilot, Charlie.
Can't teach an old dog new tricks.
I'm the greenhorn.
Can't lead a horse to water. You know, all those popular
I'm the greenhorn. He's going
euphemisms.
to teach me something.
Just remember, I called it.
That's right. You called it.
Inside joke here, folks. Inside joke.
Maybe we should just say you're listening to CampusNation.com because you called it.
That's right. The sports animal. That's why I thought you wanted me to roar, man.
Yeah, we got big events coming up on CampusNation.com. Always keep a lookout on that calendar on the right side of your computer screen, on the bottom of your phone screen. Keep an eye on everything and all the activity that's going on there.
Or follow AJ
basketball.
Ganger on Facebook, or myself, Charlie Hargrave, or Rick Phillips, and we always post the things there, too.
Yep, I just posted something on Twitter about the game being here, and I retweeted it from the newspaper account here on campus. So hopefully everybody out there is watching the game from their dorm room, maybe their home.
We've just got media locked down, don't we?
We do got media locked down. All types of media, print media,
Snapchat.
social media, Snapchat. Yeah, I promoted us on Snapchat before, so don't ever count Snapchat out. But also, always keep a lookout on that screen. Our first
Instagram, we haven't mentioned that. I put it on Instagram also.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
Don't forget that our first high school basketball playoff game, the sectional tournament, begins Friday, February the 27th.
That'll be me and Rick bringing the action.
You and Rick will be
'Cause
bringing
you'll be
the action.
wrestling.
I'll be up at Sidney Lehman High School for day one of the sectional tournament for Division III in the Southwest District.
So is he on tape delay or are we on tape delay? How's that going to work?
Any video will be on tape delay. We will be doing live audio from both venues, but any videos on tape delay and will have to be posted
So you
the
can
next
do
day.
both at the same time.
Right. We'll be recording video at both locations, and we will be streaming audio
No, I
at
meant
both locations.
somebody could listen to one
and
game
switch
and we'll
over.
switch over.
That's
really?
right. They can listen to us
See,
both
I
back
didn't
and
know
forth.
that.
Right. Yeah.
So we can listen to AJ while we're at the game.
That's right. That's an interesting thing. He can listen to us, and we can listen to him.
I'll be too invested in the wrestling to be mentioned.
Ladies and gentlemen, we welcome you to Progress Arena.
Man, we're getting ready for the Star Spangled Banner and introduction of the starters.
Union Purple Raiders and your Wilmington College Fighting Quakers. A reminder from the NCAA and the Ohio Athletic Conference, they promote good sportsmanship. Degrading remarks or fans ridicule.
Got to throw a shout out to my Greenfield McLean Tigers, Samantha Rowe. She's one of the cheerleaders here for the Quakers.
Your officials for today's game are Clarence Pauling, Rob Brammer, and Keith Lewis.
Plus, we might as well throw a shout out to Angie Schiller, the mayor of Greenfield.
And those who have and who are currently fighting to protect our freedoms, we ask that you please rise. Gentlemen, remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem, the Star Spangled Banner.
All right, we're getting ready to go.
Now let's meet today's starting lineups. First for visitors from Mount Union, starting for the Purple Raiders, wearing number 12.
And you are listening as well as watching live basketball action from Fred Risk Arena, Herman Court on the campus of Wilmington College. This is Rick Phillips with A.J. Ganger and Charlie Hargrave bringing you all the action. Even though it's cold and snowy outside, it's warm and it's going to heat up inside.
Starting for Mount Union, Jacobek, Jackson, Dillon, Griffin, and Ruffin.
And now let's meet today's starters for your Fighting Quakers. He's a 6-foot senior from Dayton, Ohio, Jefferson High School, number 10, Dwight Johnson.
Dwight Johnson starting for the Quakers.
5'10" senior from Ripley, Ohio, Ripley High School, number 5, Kieran Tall.
Kieran Tall. Skittles, right?
6'4" senior forward from Liberty Township, Lakota High School, number 14, R.J. Leopard.
R.J. Leopard.
He's a 6'5" senior forward from Beaver Creek, Ohio, Beaver Creek High School, number 34, Ben McGriff.
Go Beavers!
The crime dog, baby, the crime dog.
6'5" senior forward from Dayton, Ohio, John Julian High School, number 42, Jonathan Bibbs.
Jonathan
We
Bibbs.
Just about ready to tip this thing off here this afternoon. Wilmington College is the only team in the OAC that has a chance to sweep Mount Union in the regular season and in the year of 12-12. When Mount Union can close off an amazing season today with a win, making them 19-6, but they're 18-6 right now. But we really, really want to see these Wilmington College men come out here, put on a show on Senior Day, the final home game of the regular season, and pull off the victory to become 12-12. They beat Mount Union the first time, 88-87.
14-3 in the conference is Mount Union, which is even more impressive that the Quakers do have one of those L's that they've thrown on the Mount Union.
Wilmington is
Purple
8-9 in the conference this season.
Everybody's watching today, so you can see on your video the Mount Union Purple Raiders will be going left to right, and Wilmington College Quakers will be going right to left. I guess some people could be listening, like if they're driving on their internet device.
That's right,
too.
and hopefully you would not be trying to watch us, on your smartphone if you're driving the car. Try to keep your eyes on the road. It's particularly dangerous today, but you should never be doing that.
No.
And make sure you have your seatbelt on if you're out there listening to us.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Here we go, 20 minutes on the clock. First half getting ready to get underway here from Fred Risk Arena at Herman Court. We're underway as R.J. Leopard receives the tip. He'll give it off to Dwight Johnson as they'll bring it up the court for the Fighting Quakers. Over to Bibbs. Bibbs to Leopard. Over to Tall. Tall back to Johnson. Johnson McGriff gives it off to Bibbs. Jumper, no good. Ball's going to go to Mount Union. Good defense by RJ. I think they're going to start off with a full court press here.
Looks like it, maybe a man-to-man.
Mount Union to inbound. They get it in. So number 30, Griffin.
Yeah, it's just man-to-man. They're not trapping right now, it looks like.
Griffin gave it off to number 31, Jackson. Jackson back to Griffin. And gets it stolen away by Dwight Johnson.
Nice steal.
And Bibbs on the other end gives it to McGriff, the crime dog. And he lost the ball, and it's stolen away. Here we go on the other end of the floor for the Purple Raiders. That one stolen away again by Wilmington.
Yep, Tall. Skittles got his hand in there.
No look. Skittles in the corner for three. No good. Rebounded by Wilmington. Leopard to Bibbs. Bibbs going to go up hard, get fouled, and he'll be shooting 2 shots. Number 24, Ruffin, is charged with his first, the team's first.
I don't know about you, AJ, but I'm feeling a little energy here in the house today, even for this snowy day.
Yeah.
Nice crowd here, and you can just tell the Quakers are coming out a little enthusiastic, which is good, because that doesn't always happen with them.
Bibbs shooting 2, first one up and good. Yeah, I think Wilmington's going to come out playing with a lot of emotion and a lot of energy here to try to be the only team to be able to sweep Mount Union. Second one. That one's good as well. 2-0. Under 19 minutes to go in the first half. And number 31, Jackson, will bring it all the way up to court. First 2 possessions for Mount Union has ended turnovers. Good defense by Wilmington here early on. Bad pass there. Almost another one. Kicks it out in the corner. Three-pointer in and out. No good. Rebounded by R.J. Leopard. 3 against 2. McGriff going up. Gets fouled, and he'll be shooting 2 shots.
I was worried they were going to disagree and one of them call traveling, but they didn't.
First personal foul charge to D'Allen Jackson, number 31. Team second.
And the crime dog is at the line.
First shot. Good. Still no field goals for either team here in the early going, just free throws for Wilmington, which is good. They're getting to the free throw line. They're a very good free throw shooting team.
That could make a difference at the end of the half here.
Both of them made by McGriff, the crime dog.
Again, a little man-to-man pressure by the Quakers.
As Jackson got the inbound. Brings it all the way up. Gives it off to Griffin. Back over to Jackson. 20 to shoot on the shot clock. Trying to drive. He's going to take it himself. Kicks it outside. Three-pointer is good by Stevie Griffin. 4-3. Quakers with a 1-point lead early on. 18 minutes to go here in the first half. Leopard over to McGriff. McGriff to Skittles. Skittles back over to Leopard. Bibbs spinning hard in the hoop, off the glass, and good. That's how you go up strong in this basketball game.
Yeah, he did. Mount Union is playing man-to-man.
Wilmington was trapping there on the other side of the court. Jackson going to slow it down, run his offense, get a pick.
Oh.
Almost an illegal one. Kicked outside, ball still loose, picked up by the Purple Raiders. Top of the key, three-pointer, no good. The shot was taken by Jakubik. And here comes Wilmington on the other end. McGriff, Leopard, Johnson thought about a three. Step back, jumper, in and out. Bad luck. And Jackson on the other end of the floor. He almost lost the ball again.
Yes, he did.
Good defense by Leopard. Three-pointer again is good by Stevie Griffin. He's got 2 3-pointers already.
Better keep your eye on him. I mean, they're telling you right now what they're going to do.
We got McCorkle getting ready to come into the game. Tall gives it off. McGriff over to Bibbs. Bibbs to Johnson. Back over to McGriff to Jared Toll. He's the littlest guy out there on that court. Going down inside, and Bibbs off the glass.
Nice speed. He saw Bibbs could have the back door, and he led him right to it. Nice pass by Toll.
Number 10, Dillon gives it off. Jakubik to Griffin. Inside now, ball's loose, and the ball's going to go back to Wilmington.
I'll tell you what, I think Toll's coming out, and I don't know that's a good move. I tell you what, he's playing inspired out there. He looked good.
Christian Jones and Zach McCorkle coming into the ball game for Wilmington, number 12 and number 20. And Jordan Jones as well coming in. There's Dwight Johnson will bring the ball all the way up the court. McCorkle try to set a pick. Nice pass inside, and Christian Jones with the 2. On the other end of the floor now, Jakubik gave it off to Griffin. Thought about a three to Dillon, but he puts up a jumper, no good. Rebound by Christian Jones, who gives it off. Dwight Johnson, McCorkle, he's going to get fouled, and he'll go and shoot 2.
That's on Griffin. That's their three-point shooter.
That's his first, team's third. And Wilmington's playing some inspired basketball here this afternoon.
They've come out excited, you can tell.
Started all the seniors.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that one little guy, I think they'll get him in some more. He did a nice job for him. Skittles,
Jared Tall. Into the ball game, number 2, Tyler Moore.
We'd like to welcome everybody that is watching us on campusnation.com. We've got Kiki doing the video, and, of course, A.J. Ganger and Charlie Hargrave doing your play-by-play in color.
Other end of the floor, Griffin kicks it outside. That one looked like it got tipped by Leopard. And here comes Wilmington. They're going to try to get a fast break in. Gives it off. Christian Jones going up. What a shot by Christian Jones.
Shot. Went baseline, just did a little runner down the side there and kind of hung in the air for a second, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. 14-6. Quakers in the lead now. 15 minutes to go first half. Jackson, he wants to take it all by himself. He goes up with a good movement inside by number 31, DeAllen Jackson.
I guess we'd be remiss to not welcome in our Mount Union friends. Obviously, they would be coming from the Wilmington Quaker site to Campus Nation. Campus Nation, we do a lot of high school and college sports here in the Wilmington area, so we welcome all our Mount Union people watching today.
Yes, yes.
Christian Jones out on top. Gives it off to Johnson. Johnson try to kick it out. It is stolen away by Jakubik. They have numbers on the other end of the floor. Nice kick out. Jackson gets fouled. He looked like he traveled.
That's what I was thinking.
Jordan Jones, number 30, charged with his first.
Yeah, that was one of those things where either they're going to call the foul or they're going to call traveling before the foul, and they called the foul.
John Ryder, number 24, and number 11, Law Williams, coming into the game for the Quakers at the moment. Inbound from the baseline. The foul was charged to Jones. That one is up and good by Jackson. It's 14-10. Wilmington, one team foul to 3 for Mount Union here in the early going. Jones gives it to Ryder. Ryder McCorkle. Jumper by McCorkle got tipped. Here comes the Purple Raiders in the corner.
Up-tempo pace to this game going right now. Both teams trying to get the quick hitters.
Jackson, three-pointer from the corner is good. Jordan Jones on the other end gives it off to Christian Jones. Making his move, gives it off to McCorkle. Wilmington looks a little out of control. They need to slow it down and get back into control. They got 15 on the shot clock here on this possession. Christian Jones out on top, 10 seconds on the shot clock. McCorkle sets the pick, gives it to Williams. Williams going to shoot over everybody for 3, and it's no good. Rebounded by Jackson. Other end of the floor is Dillon, number 10. Gives it back to Jackson. 13 minutes to go, first half. 14-13. Fighting Quakers in the lead. There's the ball, given off to Moore. Moore over to Jakubik. Outside, Griffin, 3 in the corner, and he is on fire. That's 3 for 3.
Well, and Wilmington had some nice defense there. I mean, they had a guy right in his face, and he nailed it.
Mount Union grabbing their first lead of the game, 16-14. Now on the other end, John Ryder with the ball. Spinning, gives it off McCorkle. Out of control, gives it back to Ryder. Over to Jones. Jones to Ryder again. Ditch it over to McCorkle, who thought about driving. Got it knocked out of his hands, and the ball will stay with Wilmington, but they have 10 on the shot clock.
Only 10 seconds on the shot clock. Then back comes Leopard and Bibbs back into the game.
As well as Kakura and number 13. Number 33, I should say, John. 10 seconds, Ryder gets the inbound, puts up a 3, no good. Rebound pulled down by number 30, Griffin. Number 20, J.J. Kakura. 12 minutes to go, 16-14, Purple Raiders in the lead now. Jackson gives it off to Kakura, who's going to spin all the way into the basket, no good, ball still in the air, pulled down by Law Williams.
The long arm of the Law
and then
Williams.
Leopard on the other end for 3, that one is too strong, no good.
16-14 still, Mount Union with a 2-point advantage.
24, Ruffin gives it off to Dillon. Ball loose on the floor. Ball still loose on the floor. Leopard grabs it, calls a timeout. Wilmington's going to get a 30. Good defense all game long.
Yeah, they're you can tell they're playing inspired. I noticed that right when we got started. I thought, hey, there's a little electricity in the crowd and also in the Quakers today.
Well, we would like to, it's 11 minutes, 30 seconds to go, first half. 16-14, Mountain Union in the lead. You are watching CampusNation.com, the sports animal, your home for high school and college sports.
Sports of all sorts.
Yeah, we got wrestling, high school basketball, getting ready to kick into baseball season here soon.
Softball.
Track and field. That's Rick's sport right there. It was his sport.
I'm waiting for lacrosse. I like to see him, I like to see him swinging those
sticks.
Right. Swinging.
I'm not even going to go there. We're on radio. Here we go. We're back to live action here. 16-14.
Now we're TV and radio now, Charlie.
That's
remember?
right. That's right. Excuse me.
We've got the full package here.
McGriff back in the ball game. He gives it off to Johnson, who's also newly entered. Gives it to Leppert, who's going to drive, and Leppert's going to get fouled on the floor.
Foul charge on number 20, J.J. Kakura.
Kakura, number 20, is charged with his first, team's fourth. Fresh 35, 11-13 to go in the first half. Johnson will inbound from the baseline, gets it in to Bibbs. Bibbs back to Johnson. Bibbs finds Leppert. Leppert in trouble, gives it back to Johnson. Nice lane, no good. Too short on the layup.
Yeah, Leppert and Bibbs both had a chance there to
intercepted
to the
by
hole on
Bibbs.
their own. I'm surprised they didn't.
Leppert, top of the circle for three. Too strong on that one. Rebound pulled down by Jackson. And then they're going to slow it down.
Yeah, a lot of teams, you got to remember that basket sometimes is your sixth man.
There's another steal.
Instead of passing it back out, just go to the basket with it.
Johnson.
No foul there, wow.
Yeah, he got hacked hard, no foul called. Other end of the floor. That one's going to stay with Mount Union. Wilmington's defense, I'll tell you what, they're causing turnovers all over the place. I can't wait to see the halftime stats.
Yeah. Well, and the referees are letting them play. I mean, there's several things we've seen that could have been called, and they haven't called it. I mean, we're almost through 10 minutes of this game. There's only been 5 fouls called.
Right.
And that's not a bad thing. I'm just saying they're just letting them play. That's all.
Here we go, the inbound. Gets it in. That one knocked out of bounds.
Yeah, knocked good hustle there by Leppert.
Tried to fit it in at number 5, Durr. Another inbound. They get it in. Oh, nice pass back, and that one with the layup is good to number 20, J.J. Kakura, and it's now 18-14.
We took a little trip along with Colonel Jackson down to mighty Mississippi. Remember that song?
Yeah.
Little Johnny Horton there, folks. You got that for free. Okay.
Tall gives it to Bibbs. Over to Leppert. Leppert kicks it outside to Christian Jones. Driving baseline. Gets the bucket. He's got 6 points.
That's what they need to do.
Oh, Jaron Toll was fighting after the ball, and it's going to be an offensive foul against Mount Union. Durr with the foul. His first, team's fifth. 9:35 to go in our first half of play. 16-18, Mount Union is in the lead.
And Tall, Skittles is back in. He played well the first couple minutes.
Yeah, he did.
Glad to see him back in there.
Now Johnson working on top. Tried to give it off to Leppert inside, but pass came in a little too hot.
Yes. Just a little outside.
Just a little outside. Ball 4.
Yep.
Wrong sport.
We're getting close to that, though.
Yes, we are.
I think I saw something today, 42 days until opening day.
Oh, man, it's exciting.
The sports information director just told us Wilmington College has a home baseball game this week.
No good. Rebound pulled down and a foul. Kakura is going to be shooting 2. Foul is on number 34, Ben McGriff. That's his
the crime
first
dog.
second.
So the weather outside is frightful.
We're also
The weather outside is weather.
Johnny Horton a minute ago.
Were you? Okay, well, people don't realize it, don't listen to us all the time, that we're so talented, multi-talented,
Well,
right?
that's my main job.
That's right.
Kakura shooting 2, first one short, no good.
I believe I could have shot one like that. He didn't look very good on that shot.
Should have
Oh.
tried it underhanded.
That's why there's 2. Jackie Moon style. Semi-pro reference. He
That
makes
one
the
looked a lot
second.
better.
19-16, 9:05 left to go here in our first half of play. Quakers just down by 3. Mount Union has held on to the lead for about 3 minutes now. Wilmington led for most of the first half. Bibbs down low, kicks it back outside. Johnson over to McGriff. Skittles now with the ball, and the jumper over everyone. Airballed it, though. McGriff tried to save it. He was kind of held back.
He was blocked out.
Yeah. Well, I tell you what, I kind of like to see Tall just shoot the 3 there. He drove in, and heck, he had a wide open 3. He's finding a home back on the bench now.
Jordan Jones comes in for him. And now Durr brings the ball up the court for the Purple Raiders. Driving all the way, kicks it outside. Kakura, 3-pointer, no good. Rebound pulled down by Mount Union. Saved and stolen away by Wilmington.
Leopard, nice athletic play underneath the basket.
He saves the
Wilmington
ball.
just about threw it away.
Jones, the Leopard, 3-pointer, no good. He's going to eventually hit a couple of those.
He's just a little strong today. Probably a
Other
little
end.
excited.
Kakura, 3-pointer. That one is good by number 2, Tyler Moore.
Mount Union has some three-point shooters here. They've got 2 or 3 of them that have made some threes.
Stolen away.
Uh-oh, here we go.
Other
Right,
end.
too far.
Oh, slamma jamma dunk, number 24, Ruffin. And a foul against R.J. Leopard. That's his first, team's third. So the and one opportunity now. Mountain Union starting to pull away just a little bit now.
I think a TO is definitely in order here. Need to get a timeout, settle everybody back down.
Both teams have been playing pretty good defense here in the opening minutes of senior day. One shot coming for number 24, Jarrett Ruffin. Got it. 3-point play completed. 9-point lead, 25-16. Chris Jackson and McCorkle back into the ball game, as well as Law Williams for Wilmington, who has the ball, gives it off to McCorkle. McCorkle back to Johnson. Johnson over to Williams. Williams kicks it outside. Jordan Jones drives off the glass. No good. Ball rebounded by number 30, Griffin.
25-16.
Kakura almost got it blocked by McCorkle. Pulls down the rebound. Wilmington in transition now. Jones to Williams. Williams, long 3. Got the NBA style 3. Did Law Williams. 25-19.
Long arm of the law there.
Dial it up and connect.
So let me just take this one, boys. And they may have to do that. They may have to get on his back a little bit if he can sink a few of those.
Kicked outside. 3-pointer on the other end. No good. Rebounded by McCorkle. Shot was taken by Durr.
Double stops.
Still plenty of time left in this game. Williams is going to drive. He's going to get tripped.
Number 5, Durr. That's his second.
Team 6th. New players entering the floor right now for Mount Union.
Not quite a line change, but almost.
Jakubik coming back in, number 12. Wilmington inbounding from the baseline. Gets it in. McCorkle goes up strong, and he's too strong. Ball still loose. Pulled down by number 4, Kieslar. He almost traveled.
had to travel there.
Dillon also back in the game. He has the ball right now for the Purple Raiders. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Gives it off to Jakubik.
Oh, that could have been an offensive foul pushing off. No call. Like I said, they've been letting them play.
Ruffin with the ball out on top.
4 seconds.
Drives, and that's an offensive foul against Ruffin. Good job by Jackson to take it. Team 7th. That's going to put Wilmington into the bonus.
Second first one, team 7.5.
Not
Long shooting foul, lost possession. Team Breakers, number 12, Christian Jones.
Mount Union's coach didn't like that. He's telling the ref he might want to go down to Lens Crafters or something.
His feet were set. Johnson off the glass and good. Good assist by McCorkle.
Yep.
25-24, back to a 4-point game. Mountain Union in the lead. On the other end, three-pointer from the wing, no good. Good rebound by the Raiders, and that one was stolen away. McCorkle blocked that one, gave it off to Jackson. Jackson, McCorkle goes up strong, and the bucket counts! And he'll have a chance to complete a 3-point play.
That's his second. Jackson.
Team's 8th.
Get it back to a 1-point game here. McCorkle can make this. 25-23 right now.
Skelza back in the game, number 2. Corkle completes. Nope,
no good.
23-25. 5 minutes, 20 seconds to go in our first half of play.
Mount Union up 2.
Other end of the floor, gives it off. No good on the 3. Good rebound by the Purple Raiders. Another 3 being attempted, and that one is good by number 10, Cody Dillon.
Back to his first points of the game.
Back to a 5-point lead. McCorkle on the other end inside. No good.
Too far underneath.
Yep.
Nice pass, but he just got a little too far underneath the basket.
Jakubik pulls down the rebound, and Mount Union has the ball on the other end of the floor. Dillon gives it off. Sakura. No good. Ball's going back to Wilmington.
Tell you what, it's like one of the girls said up here a few minutes ago. Mount Union's pretty daggone quick.
Yeah.
Wilmington's trying to stay up with them and not doing a bad job, but Mount Union's a quick basketball team.
Wilmington can play quick when they want to. We saw that here in the opening minutes of the game, and now with 4.5 minutes to go in the first half, they may want to pick it up again.
That is if you're not out of gas.
Johnson gives it to Leopard. Leopard goes up strong and finishes strong with the bucket.
It's his first points of the day.
28-25, Mount Union in the lead. Selma gave it off.
Thought he was going to go for the steal. I think he could have got it if he'd went for it.
Dillon thought about a 3, but he almost threw the ball away. Skelza again. That one knocked away out of his hands. Ball's going back to Wilmington.
Yeah, McCorkle denied that 3. If he'd have shot it, McCorkle said, nope, sorry.
That's why he tried to dish it off.
Yeah, almost threw it away. Well, it did end up turning it over, so here we go, 28-25.
Just a one-possession game here. Johnson with the ball, other end, drives, goes up, no foul.
Acrobat shot.
Other end of the floor now. One hand, no good. The follow-up is good by Jakubik.
Number 12, Nate Jakubik.
Now on the other end now. Johnson with it, 3:25 to go. First half, 30.
All right, we're back.
Well, sorry about that, folks.
Bandwidth.
The bandwidth froze up. Just kidding.
All right, 25 seconds to go. First half, 39-31. A couple free throws and then a bucket by Mount Union. How's this where we are right now? 15 seconds left to go.
Wilmington trying to work the last shot here.
Law Williams to Bibbs. Shot clock and play clock are the same. Johnson, three-pointer, in and out. And that is going to do it for the end of our first half of play. With the score, Mount Union 39, Wilmington 31. You're watching college basketball live on CampusNation.com, the sports animal, your home for high school and college sports. I'll be getting some first half stats here momentarily. Rick, Charlie, you guys got anything you want to talk about?
Well, sure, we always have stuff
Well,
to
Charlie,
talk
you've got
about.
something to talk about in particular that relates directly to you, and that is your car show coming up.
Yeah, and you're going to be a celebrity judge out there.
Well, I don't know about celebrity, but I'm going to be a judge.
He's going to be a celebrity judge for a pinup contest. And young ladies like getting that. It doesn't cost you anything. And we are going to have awards. We're going to crown Ms. Chaziz that night.
Ms. Chaziz?
Ms. Chaziz. You like that?
Oh, that's catchy.
I thought you might like that.
Ms. Chaziz.
She's going to get a trophy, and she's going to get a sash. We might give her a Jake's hat for a crown since it's a car show.
Right, of course.
Yeah, and she'll get some other stuff, too. We even got trophies for the first and second runner-up, believe it or not. So we'd love to have any girls that want to dress in their 50s attire. There's no, it's just one outfit, it's just questions, no talent, so to speak.
No talent?
No talent contest.
You don't have
like
to be
that.
talented. All you got to do is show up, right?
Plus, we got Elvis out there, too, Saturday
Well,
night.
now he's talented, though.
Yep. Joel out of Cincinnati area is going to come out and do his Elvis show. And then Sunday we got David Wayne and a guy named Juju Crow.
Juju Crow.
And Juju, I think, might be announcing something that day. Because I think he might be getting a recording contract, but I'm not sure where.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and David Wayne already has CDs and stuff out. David Wayne, if you like country music, people, he's one of those people, if you're listening to just a CD of his, you don't know if it's him or the original artist. He's that good.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
So he does a lot of cover stuff.
Oh, yeah. Well, but he actually has just written a song, too, about Alzheimer's.
Oh.
And
Well, and that's obviously who's
yeah.
benefiting from your car show.
right, because we donate money to the Alzheimer's Association of Greater Cincinnati. We're still taking cars at this point. The pre-registration ended today.
And you had record numbers with
Yes,
your pre-registration,
we have,
right?
Actually, we're up to 65 or 66 because I haven't checked the mail today,
Uh-huh.
which is awesome. Last year, we only had 73 cars total, and we probably had 10 to 15 walk-ins. So if we get that this year, we're looking maybe 80 cars out there. A lot of it's going to have to do with the weather. I know. I'm just so glad it didn't happen this weekend.
Well, let's just hope that we don't have a reoccurrence next weekend.
I know.
I mean, we've got a lot of things that are coming up with high school tournaments, wrestling tournaments, and this weather could just absolutely throw a monkey wrench into everything that's going on.
Well, the girls' tournament today at Waverly got pushed back till tomorrow.
We do want to congratulate the Lady Hurricane in overtime. They beat, I think they were seeded 10th in the tournament, Oakwood, or no, maybe 9th. The Lady Quakers, the Lady Hurricane were, I think they were 10th. But they did beat the number 9th seed. Now they've got to face the number 1 seed in Kettering Archbishop Alter. That will be a monumental task, but maybe they're on their peak right now.
If you're going to win, you got to beat them all.
That's right.
So, I mean, that's just the way it goes. I'm looking forward to Friday night. We'll get set up for my car show. As soon as we get done getting set up for my car show, you and I are going to go down to Lakota West.
Right, yeah. We've got our first tournament game, Lakota West High School. It'll be Cincinnati Withrow taking on Wilmington, boys basketball team, the Hurricane. That'll be the first game of hopefully 8 games to the state championship. Because obviously this Hurricane basketball team losing only 1 game the whole season by 3 points to the Kentucky state defending champions. Don't have to hang their head on that one loss, and maybe they'll end up being the new Ohio state champions.
Let's not count our chickens before they're hatched, but let's wish them good luck all throughout, and hopefully we can be right there with them, which we are going to be right there with them as far as they go.
As far as they go, we'll be there right up to getting the trophy.
So that's
awesome. I'm sure any way you look at it, because they've got the district finals, they've got the regional finals. You're going to collect some hardware each step of the way.
I'll tell you one thing they do need at my school at McLean.
New band director?
No, not yet. That's a couple of years.
Oh, when you retire.
That might depend on you.
Oh, yeah, right. We'll bring Dave in. Dave can sing.
There we go. No, the band's fine. Band's bigger than it's ever been there for the last 15 years.
Right, yeah.
But no, if you go undefeated in your season, or if you get to if you win the districts, the team gets their picture put up out in the hall, right outside the gym there.
Right.
So, and that's one of the big things the kids always try to do is become district champions.
So they get their picture up there.
So they can get their picture up on the hall in the hall that lives forever. If you, the next time you guys go to McLean, it's worth checking out.
So we'd like to take a tour of McLean. We hear it's a lovely school.
They've
got it's an older school, but it's one of those schools that, just everything is fantastic, from the murals to the paintings to the columns and the things like that. Someone that's going for a picture in the hallway, so to speak, is a Ganger family member. AJ, your brother's going for his third straight state championship, Division III wrestling. What's the weight? 132?
132.
132. And if he does this, he will forever be enshrined there in the Covington
He
Hall
already
of Fame.
is from winning his second one last year. So he's already got his picture up in the big case with all the other state champions. He's only the second state champion in Covington High School history. Next to Logan Brown, Logan Brown went to Purdue University, and Russell and Jared's going to Kent State next year. So
cool.
Yep, this isn't also going to be his third state championship match, or his third state championship appearance and his chance to win his third. This is going to be his fourth straight finals appearance if he makes it there on Saturday.
That's right. As a freshman, did he
As a freshman, he lost to Matthew Kolozic, who he beat the weekend before at districts, and Matthew Kolozic now wrestles for Blair Academy, and I believe he's going to Princeton next year.
Wow.
His second year, he beat Christian Cleary from Dayton Christian 6-3. Last year, he beat Zach Durbin, who was undefeated when Jared wrestled him. He's beaten him those sophomore and junior year when he was undefeated at state. And Jared beat him 3-2 last year in the state finals. He was from Appleton, Mapletown, or something like that.
So we'll have you up north with the Division III wrestling activities, and we're going to be south at Lakota West. Now you will be doing a few games with us as Charlie is called away, or as you are called away. Charlie will. So we'll plug people where we need and make sure that we're covered. But I'm interested to find out if we can find some of those Covington Bucks on their radio broadcast.
I got a list of people who I know who they are.
He knows who they are.
Talking to one of their coaches, Stefan, who is a big supporter of that, and hopefully we can get a couple guys from their crew join me on Friday and Saturday. So hopefully we'll have a good turnout at the tournaments. First one next weekend, Friday and Saturday at Sidney Lehman High School. Then on the 6th and 7th will be my hometown, Troy, Ohio, at the Hobart Arena for districts. So.
Right. So we've got all kinds of things going on, from the districts in high school basketball to the regionals in high school basketball to the state semi and finals in high school basketball, and obviously going through the Division III Southwest District.
You're covering it all the way up to the state, aren't you?
Yeah. We're going to cover as far with the wrestling. We're going to cover it anyway. With obviously the basketball, that'll be dependent on just how far the Hurricane go. But at this point, I'm thinking positive. I'm waiting for that hardware to come back to Wilmington.
Be great for Clinton County, great for all these schools.
I just don't want to jinx them. That's my only thing.
Well, let's see. How could Charlie jinx them? Let's see.
All right, just one game
just
at a
say
time,
the word
baby.
Chillicothe, and maybe he'll jinx them.
One game at a time, baby. One game at a time.
We want to remind people that we are broadcasting on the campus of Wilmington College, and we don't typically provide the video with the audio, but there's been some issues with the Boxcast unit. That's what it at least appears to be here at Wilmington College. So that's why you're being directed to the Campus Nation site. We typically will provide the audio to their Boxcast broadcast, along with doing audio on the Campus Nation network. But we are using local Wi-Fi here. We really weren't set up to use this. It's simply a guest account on the guest system. So sometimes bandwidth might drop off. It may become an issue. We might see some buffering. We hope that you bear with us. We're trying to bring you this broadcast in its entirety, and we're dealing obviously with issues that we don't normally have to deal with in most cases, unless there's huge crowds and people are using their cell phones and people are using free Wi-Fi. But today, simply because we'll say it wasn't really something that was prepared ahead of time. In order to get on the regular network here, we'd have to have that set up up ahead of time. So we have brought you the second halves of the last two broadcasts that we've done with the Lady Quakers for the same reason. And today we just decided we'd start from the get-go and try to bring you the entire broadcast. So as I said, if we have any difficulties, if you have any problems, bear with us. Simply refresh your screen. If we're off, we'll be off for just a few minutes at most. We simply recycle, we restart everything, we reacquire the bandwidth, and then we go from there. And we've got, obviously, a second half, 20 minutes of basketball here from Herman Court, and we'll be bringing you all that second half action. Currently, right now, the score is 39-31. Mount Union, the Purple Raiders, lead the men Quakers. So Charlie's going to give you the stats, I guess, from our first half.
Yeah, point-wise, for Mount Union, their leading scorer is Stevie Griffin with 9. I believe it. Yeah, those were all three-pointers. And then Cody Dillon had 7. DeAllen Jackson has 7. And Kyle Selza has 6. And then turnovers for the Mount Union, they have 10. They're shooting 50% from the field, 50% from three-point land, and 80% free throws in the first half. For the Wilmington College Quakers, they've got a wide spread here in scoring. Jonathan Bibbs leads the Quakers with 7. Christian Jones with 6. The long arm of the law, Williams, with 5. You like that?
I like all of your nicknames
RJ
you got
Leppert,
for everyone.
4. And Zach McCorkle, 4. And Ben McGriff, the crime dog, has 2.
Yep.
And Wilmington only has 4 turnovers but 6 steals. Like I said, it's 39-31. That's the main stat, and Mount Union's leading that. They've been scored. The score's been tied once, and we've only had one lead change, believe it or not. So
Wilmington is led by 8 points at one point. Mount Union by 9. They're up by 8 at
now,
the moment.
Yeah, and the field goal percentage. This is where it kind of hurt Wilmington in the first half. They only had 34% from the field, 22% from three-point land, but 81% from the free throw line, 9 for 11, while Mount Union was only 4 for 5. Not a whole lot of fouls that called in that first half. Wilmington only had 4, and Mount Union, they had several. They had 10 called against them, but like I said, Wilmington only had 4 called against them the whole first half, which is a little unusual. They're letting them play today.
Well, Mount Union, they've got 4 people right now in potential foul trouble with 2 fouls, and Wilmington has only got, like you said, 4 fouls, and Leppert's got 1, McGriff's got 1, Jones has got 1, and then Jordan Jones has got 1. So, I mean, they're not really in foul trouble. They can come out and play, but what are they going to have to do, as we got 2 minutes here before the start of the second half, what is Wilmington going to have to do to be able to pull this one off and beat Mountain Union today on Senior Day?
Got to shoot better. I mean, 50 or 30, what is it, 34% is not great field goal percentage. And they need to, it seems like to me Wilmington was giving up a lot of shots they could have had underneath.
Yeah.
And trying to dish the ball back out for threes, or just dishing the ball back out because they didn't feel like they had access to the basket. But I think they just got to be a little more aggressive on their drives to the hole.
Well, they're going to have to do that now. They're down by 8 points. It is 39-31. Mount Union will probably begin with the ball to begin the second half. So we're going to have.
You got to get Leppert in the game more if you're a Wilmington. I mean, he scored almost 1,000 points for you through his 4 years, and he's only got 4 on the board right now. Leppert could take this game over if he wants to. And I tell you who else I think could take it over is Law Williams.
Yeah.
Because Law, he knows what he's doing, and he can shoot the 3, but it's like on the girls' team. Courtney Tucker, the queen of the court, she can take it over in a heartbeat.
And
I don't know who that person is here for Wilmington.
So Wilmington right now, if they win today, they will secure a 5th seed in the OAC tournament. That will match them up in their 3rd meeting with Baldwin-Wallace, and they've already lost to Baldwin-Wallace twice this year.
That's if they win today?
That is if they win today.
If they lose,
a loss and an Ohio Northern win over Marietta would drop Wilmington into a tie with the Polar Bears, and depending on the outcome of the other games, Wilmington could fall to a 6th seed. So right now they're either going to be a 5th or a 6th seed going in to the OAC tournament.
Well, I didn't get my coffee today yet, so I had to get a Mountain Dew so I could get some caffeine.
There you go.
I'm dragging.
What's he saying? Is he buying coffee after the game?
I'm dragging.
It might be.
Yeah, you guys may have to push
Buying
me
us
out
some
anyway.
dinner.
Oh, AJ's trying to get dinner out of you. I was just trying to get coffee.
AJ's pushing the envelope. He always
Hey, I
does.
bought us dinner last weekend when we got back
Was that
from East Clinton?
the bro date?
Wait a minute.
Bro day, yeah.
bro
That was our
date?
Valentine's Day day.
That was, yeah, Valentine's
You never did
Day.
buy me dinner. How
Well,
about
you
this
have a
out of this?
Valentine. AJ didn't have one at the time. Now he does, apparently.
What'd you get? The 10
I've been
nuggets of Burger
cheated
King
on.
for $1.49?
No, we went B-dubs.
Oh, let's see how you are.
All right, start of the second half. Jackson gives it off to Dillon. Dillon dishes it off to Griffin, who's back in the game. He kind of sat the bench for a while, him and Jackson.
Well, he picked up his fouls.
Oh, almost lost that ball out of bounds. Griffin with it again. Cross court, Dillon in the corner. Long three, no good. Rebound. It's going to go back to Mount Union.
He was off Jonathan Bibbs.
Yeah, Bibbs couldn't control that one to try to save it. 39-31. Inbound pass goes to Griffin. Gives it to Jackson. Jackson hands it off to Dillon. Dillon back over to Griffin. Back to Jackson. Trying to find a drive, and that one was kicked. It's going to stay with Mount Union 23 to shoot.
Wilmington played good defense first half. They need to keep that up, too. This guy get some better shots.
Dillon, three, no good again. Rebounded by Christian Jones. Jones gives it off to Johnson. Johnson back over to Jones, to McGriff, the crime dog, back to Johnson. Yeah, like you said, Wilmington needs to drive more, get more shots underneath the basket. Bibbs. Working, spinning, going up with it, no good. No good on the tip. That one was last touched by Mountain Union player's head.
I think that's the right thing. I mean, that's being aggressive. You know, that's we're going to take it to you.
And ball stays with Wilmington. They do have a fresh 35 seconds.
Looks like the referee broke his whistle or something. I don't know what's going on
Had
there.
to fix it. Johnson inbounds from the baseline. Gets it into Leopard. It's going to stay with Wilmington. Now Christian Jones inbounds from the side. Gives it off to Johnson. Here we go. Inside, Leopard goes up strong. That one no good. The tip by Bibbs that was good, wasn't it?
No, it rolled around the back. Who we got the foul on? Now we're discussing it.
24. Ruffin.
That's his third.
So Bibbs will be shooting two.
That's our Phi Slamma Jamma man earlier in the day.
Yep. Forgot I said Slamma Jamma.
Yep, and I tell you what, the Mountain Union coach is not happy at all.
Well, this team committing all these fouls, and like you said, Bibbs has still got one more at the line. But as you said, foul trouble is key right now.
Oh, yeah. It's definitely working in Wilmington's favor.
Bibbs' second shot is up, and he makes both of them. So it's 39-33, a 6-point lead. Wilmington showing a little bit of a press.
Yeah,
They're going to trap.
This is good. Shake them up a little bit. You got to get back, and they did.
Casey Hunt very happy with his team. Scaleza. Griffin thought about a three. Drives. He gets fouled by Bibbs.
It's his first.
Team's first. Inbound goes straight to Jackson. Gives it off. Kicks it out. Three for Griffin. Nailed it. Back to a 9-point game.
That's Griffin. He's got 4 3-pointers on the day.
He's 4 or 5. Bibbs kicks it out to Christian Jones, who drives and goes up. Off the glass, no good. Rebound pulled down by Dillon. Dillon gives it off to Jakubik, who gives it to Griffin down low. Kicks it back out to Dillon. 20 on the shot clock. Dillon, jumper, no good. Rebound by Johnson. 17 and a half to go in the game. Leopard down low with the layup. Beautifully done off the glass. 42-35. Mount Union still in the lead. Nice backdoor pass to Griffin for 2. 44-35. Mount Union in the lead.
He just cut right down the lane. No one stayed up with him.
Jones gives it to Johnson. Little shake and bake. Gives it off McGriff for 3. No good. Rebound pulled down by Skelza. Skelza gives it off to Jackson. Jackson to Dillon. Dillon over to Griffin. 3 again for Griffin. No good. Rebound pulled down by Ben McGriff. Leopard brings the ball all the way up the court.
They got a stopper. They need to take advantage of these stops.
Get some big shots.
Wilmington down 9 right now.
RJ Leopard got called off at the drive. Still started driving. Gave it off to Jones. Back to Leopard. 3. No good. That one was short. He's been strong and he's been short all day long.
See, the thing I didn't like about that, he had the ball, 4 or 5 foot from the basket. Go up with it.
Jakubik airballs a 3 on the other end. Bibbs now kicks it out and gets it stolen. And now we're going to get stolen away again by Wilmington. Skelza was trying to find the ball on the court, and Casey Hunt wants a timeout.
Calling a full timeout, looks like.
15:48 to go in the second half. 44-35. Mount Union in the lead as you're watching college basketball live on CampusNation.com, the sports animal, your home for high school and college sports.
Yeah, Wilmington hasn't come out with that energy they did the first few minutes of the game.
No, they kind of came out flat.
They need something to find that energy. I don't know if the coach getting teed up or something happened where they got to get more emotionally involved in this game. 44-35, 15:48 to go. And I do like that they've been driving to the hole more, but they don't go up strong. They shoot these little hooks or fades, and it's like, just go up strong because there's a good chance even if you miss, you're going to draw the foul. Well, Rick, are you ready for Friday?
I am ready for Friday.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, actually. You'll have to kind of let me know what you're thinking time-wise getting down there, because I need to get out to the Roberts Center and set some stuff up before we go down. Looks like Skittles is back in. He had a little energy that first few minutes.
Not very many shots.
No, but he had some good assists.
All right, Wilmington with the ball. Skittles gets the inbound after the timeout. Here we go. Jordan Jones. Drives. Nice bucket by Jordan Jones.
That's what I mean. Let's go up strong. That's perfect. Go right down the lane. Go up strong.
44-37. Jackson almost got it stolen as he drives. Gives it to Griffin, who didn't make the layup. Rebound pulled down by Williams, who gives it back to Jordan Jones. Jones driving, trying to fit it to McCorkle.
He got pushed off, though. Number 3. Looks like for Mount Union.
Yeah, number 3, Michael Scholl. Just the team's second foul here. Tall inbounds to Law Williams. Williams to John Ryder, who hasn't taken any shots today. That one was kicked by Griffin.
That one got kicked clear up to the top level, I think.
Yeah, Randy Sarvis down there gave him the ball back. All right. Inbound again. This time Jordan Jones. Jones to Law Williams. Williams, John Ryder, NBA style three-pointer. That's what John Ryder needs to be in the game to do right there. That's his first points and his first long three. Jackson on the other end. Tried to kick it out. It's stolen away.
Here comes that momentum change they need.
Skittles, three-pointer, good by Skittles! 44 to 43, 14-30 to go. Wilmington back within one.
This is what we needed right here. Little momentum change. Skittles getting a three.
Griffin to Skelza. But that one almost stolen away. Kakura kicks it out. Skelza three. That one no good. Rebound by Jackson. And they'll start over. .14:05 to go. 44-43. Purple Raiders. That one stolen away by McCorkle. Picked up by Toll. Here come the Quakers. Transition. Low Williams step up three. Oh, no good. He almost had that one.
Quick hitter.
Other end, Skelza got it, and a timeout is going to be taken by Mount Union, a full timeout. That's their first timeout taken of the game. 46-43, 13:46 to go in the second half.
Well, starting to get a little wild there.
That's very wild.
Wilmington got that change of momentum like we talked about, and now they just need to keep it up. That's why Mount Union's called this timeout, to try to deaden that momentum a little bit. So we'll see if the Quakers can keep it up or not. The crowd's behind them. And I tell you, that tall, that Skittles, he seems to light him up a little bit.
Yeah.
What are you doing, playing me in trivia, Crack?
I am playing you back. You're beating my butt right now.
We're what? I beat you 2-1, right, I think?
It's 4-2 right now.
No, I meant total games, 2 games to 1 game, yeah. That's not bad. Not bad at all. You need some help? Here we go, 13:46 left to go. Mount Union 46, Wilmington 43. And Wilmington will have the ball.
All righty.
The Raiders, number 12, Nate Jackbeck.
After beating Charlie up a little bit.
Yeah, I hear you. Here we go.
Tall brings the ball down the court. A chance to tie for the Quakers. The first time they'll have that chance in a while. McCorkle, one hand, good. Good job.
They're getting more aggressive, taking it to the hole like that underneath. That's their bread and butter in this game. They're going to live or die by it.
Oh, it's going to be a foul against Williams.
That's his first.
Just a second. Only 4 fouls here in the second half. Both teams with 1 or 2 apiece.
Yep.
13:20 to go. Wilmington has it back within 1. Oh, Kakura gets fouled.
Nice inbound play there by the Purple Raiders.
McCorkle.
That's his first.
Team's third, so Kakura will be shooting 2 for the Purple Raiders.
He has 3 points on the day.
First one. Got it. Getting ahead of myself.
That's all right. You're loud. 47-45. Purple Raiders.
Now the second one for Kakura. No good. Picked back up by Kakura, and he's going to get fouled again by McCorkle. 2 more shots.
Yeah, bad rebounding there. No boxing out on the Wilmington end.
Team's fourth.
And Kakura back to the line to shoot 2.
He hasn't been able to put together a perfect 2 shots. Yet today he makes the first.
No, he just made the first one last time. Referees are telling him back off a little bit. A lot of contact here even before the foul shots between the Mount Union player and the Wilmington player, McCorkle.
Second one, good.
Just barely.
49-45. Mount Union backs it up to a 4-point lead.
49-45.
Jones gives it to Ryder. Ryder trying to get it to Law Williams. He can't. He's in trouble. Gives it to Law. He saves it. Back to Ryder. Over to Jaron Tall. Kicks it outside to Jordan Jones. Now Williams drives. Nice shot by Law Williams for 2. 49-47. 12:42 to go. Kakura out on top. Spinning. Kicks it out. Griffin 3 in the corner. Got it.
Yeah, nice shot.
52-47 now.
Griffin's got 17, 15 of them are three-pointers.
Tall cross court to Ryder. And Ryder's going to get fouled
Twice.
by Scholl.
Twice on the way to the basket.
Yeah.
Hey, you know, Williams is having a pretty good game.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
He's only got 5, but I think he could take it over if he wanted to. Some of these guys, I think we see, it's just like the girls, we can see a lot more potential than what they see in themselves.
Yeah.
And he's one of those people, I think, that could just take it over if he wanted. I think Leopard could also.
And Leopard's got it now, and he's going to get fouled on number 3 again. Scholl, that's his 3rd, team's 4th.
Picked up 2 with less than a minute. Less than 20 seconds, actually.
Wilmington will inbound again with another fresh 35. Inbound pass. Gets it in to Law Williams. Williams back to Johnson. McCorkle, jumper too short.
I didn't like that shot. He was too far out, and he could have drove on him.
Right. On the other end now, Jakubik gets fouled. Number 24, John Ryder. His first, team's 5th. Oh, no, that was McCorkle's foul.
Oh, it was?
That's his 3rd. First one for Jakubik is good.
They're tightening it up a little bit. The coach even thought that was on Ryder. He pulled Ryder out.
Second one, no good. Rebound by Dwight Johnson. 53-47, Law Williams on the other end, gives it to Johnson. Johnson to Christian Jones. Jones back to Williams. Johnson kicks it out, trying to get it to Jones, and it's going to go back to Mount Union.
I think we're going to have a reversal here. Referees are getting together.
And it's going to stay with Wilmington.
Yeah. And I'm sure the Mount Union coach is like going nuts right now. Because the guy right underneath the basket closest to the ball called it one way, and then a guy clear across court. I don't know what's going on.
Well, they reversed a call down here on this, and I think that the Mount Union coach is complaining and, might be eligible for a tee if they're not careful. So
he's been over that coach's line a lot today.
I guess they got it sorted out.
12 seconds on the shot clock. Wilmington with possession. Bibbs to Johnson. Johnson fits it back into Bibbs. Goes up and gets fouled by number 33, Rory June.
That's his second.
Team's 5th. 2 shots for Bibbs now.
Bibbs, 2 throws.
Nails the first.
That gives him 10 on the day.
He averages 12.6 a game.
How do you pick up the .6?
I don't know.
It's that new Common Core math.
Yeah. Oh, I remembered that. That's good.
Second one is good as well by Bibbs. 53-49, 11:20 to go. Wilmington pressing. Kakura, though, took it all the way down the court. 3-pointer, Jakubrick is good. 56-49, 11 minutes to go now. Johnson with the ball, out on top, gives it off. 3-pointer by Williams is no good. Rebound pulled down by June.
He's got some height on him. I wonder how tall he is. At
6'7".
6'7". Yeah, he's a force to be dealt with underneath.
Going back to Wilmington.
A little bit too much heat on that pass.
Well, he also is a good vertical leaper, and he's got some sky power there.
Yes, he does.
Ben McGriff coming back into the ball game.
Well, Wilmington down 7 here. They need to cut this lead, get it back to 2 possessions.
Johnson brings it all the way up to court for Wilmington. Gives it to Bibbs. Bibbs to McGriff. McGriff back to Johnson.
Dang.
Bibbs is going to drive.
He's all over the floor.
And Bibbs gets fouled.
I believe that's on the big boy, isn't it?
Find out here in a second. Yep.
And that's his third. They've got 3 now with 3 fouls. They've got Ruffin, June, and Shaw. Or Jean and Shaw.
2 shots for Bibbs.
One more will put them in the bonus. One more foul by Mount Union will put Wilmington in the bonus.
First one good by Bibbs. Makes it a 6-point game. Still 2 possessions. Second one by Bibbs. No good. Rebound pulled down by Kakura.
Well, 2 possession ball game. Quakers got to get some stops here.
To Kubrick, back to Kakura. Kakura gives it off to Skelza.
Moves the ball well.
To Kubrick, gives it to Kakura. Jumper, one hand, no good. Staying with Mount Union. Under 10 minutes to go now here in this ball game. 56-50. Purple Raiders in the lead.
Wilmington's hanging right there. This could go either way.
Inbound. Goes to Skelza. Almost lost it. In the corners to Kubrick. Drives. Stolen away by McGriff. Johnson got faced by number 33, Rory June.
Well, he's only 6'7".
Yeah, only 6'7". Johnson's only 6 foot tall.
Yeah, I wouldn't be too worried about it if I was Johnson. Hey, at least you're taking it to him. You know what? You go in there a little harder, you might get the 4th foul on the big man, and he's going to have to come out.
Inbound goes to Bibbs. Hands it off to Leopard. Back down low. Bibbs going up strong against the big man and puts it in. He's taking control of this game right now.
Yes, he is. He knows that guy has 3 fouls, so it's a good place to put it.
9.5 minutes to go. 56-52. 4-point lead for the Purple Raiders.
Oh, it looked like a travel there.
Shaw with the ball. Out on top. Jakubrick. After the switch, almost lost the ball. Picks it back up, 10 seconds to shoot.
Wilmington's get a little tougher on the D here.
Jakubrick in the lane, missed it. Rebound pulled down by R.J. Leopard, who gives it to Johnson. We're under 9 minutes now.
4-point ball game.
Christian Jones to Johnson, 3-pointer, no good. Too strong on that one.
Didn't hit anything.
Kakura to Skelza, misses the 3. Ball still loose on the floor, picked up by Jakubrick, gives it off to the big man, and Leopard hacked him hard. He's all over the floor right now. That's just his second foul, team sixth.
Well, you almost had to do that. And he really didn't have an option. It was going to be an easy deuce. So Leopard said, not so fast. Why don't you go to the line, see if you can make 2 there.
June will be shooting 2.
I'm sure Mount Union's coaches, he's done a lot of whining today over on the side. Every time you look at him, he's in the referee's ear. They're going to get tired of that here eventually.
First one. Missed it.
I'm sure
that was a good foul by Leopard.
Yeah, well, and I'm sure the Mount Union's coach was saying, hey, that's a intentional foul. He's wanting more free throws. He's wanting but he's out on the court now. The referee's being a little bit too patient with him.
Second one. That one good by June. And Griffin coming in for him now. 57-52, just a 5-point game with 8:40 to go. This one's going to be good all the way down to the finish, I have a feeling, Charlie.
Yep. It's going to be interesting to see how this coach holds up over there. Like
inside McGriff with the bucket.
All he's done is complain this game.
You always give the coaches a hard time.
Well, I've done it. I mean, I coach softball, basketball, baseball.
Three-pointer by Skelza, no good. Rebound pulled down by Ben McGriff. 57-54. Christian Jones in transition now. No good. No foul called.
Out of control. Well, and it could have been a travel there too, so let's let it go either way there.
Here we go. Back down the court. Mount Union. Jackson. No, that wasn't Jackson. That's Ruffin. Scholl with 3. No good. Rebound pulled down by Jakubrick, who kicked it outside to Skelza, who misses the 3. Johnson got it ripped away, and Johnson's going to get called for a foul.
Wilmington's coach is also getting fired up.
Because that was a foul when they stole the ball away. That's just his first. So now 1-1 will be coming up for Mount Union as Jordan Jones will be re-entered into the ball game for R.J. Leopard. Wow.
A lot of action going back and forth. 57-54.
Scholl shooting 1-1. The front end is good. Here comes McCorkle.
58-54, 7:37 to go. Second one.
The back end, that one, good. In comes Dillon. As well as Jackson back on the floor. 7:37 to go. 59-54.
Yep.
Johnson to McGriff. Over to Christian Jones. Jones, nice drive in the lane for 2 more. Keep the pressure up on him here. Jakubrick almost got trapped.
That was a nice drive down the lane by Jones.
He's taking control as well. 3 for Jakubrick, in and out. Rebound pulled down by Johnson, who gives it to Jordan Jones. Jones to McCorkle. McCorkle missed it. Got his own rebound, missed the second one, missed the third one, and it's rebounded by Jackson. And a foul against McGriff. That's his second. Man, you got to make those easy shots underneath there, especially when you get 4 chances to do it.
The first one was challenged, but the next 2, it looked like he had a good opportunity to make those. You can't knock his hustle, though. I mean,
no. Well, 1-1 upcoming for Jackson. Front end is good, but a lane violation against Mount Union. No basket.
Wow, okay. You don't see that every day. And it was called by the outside official. Mount Union's coach just looking at the officials in disbelief.
Well, Wilmington has possession again, still only down by 3.
Yep. Chance to tie it up.
McCorkle to Williams, long 3. No good. Rebound pulled down by Dillon. It's been a tight one all game long. Mountain Union has led for a very long time, though. Jackson now gets fouled.
I believe by the crime dog.
Yep, that's his 3rd. Team's 9, so a 1-and-1 for Jackson.
Team's 9 at the half. Substitution number 14, RJ Leppert. For the Raiders, number 31, De'Allen Jackson, and the 1-in bonus.
Well, Wilmington's hanging right with them. 59-56. This Mount Union team's a good team. They're 12-1 at home. 18-6. Oh, what? 18-6.
Made it. There's
overall.
some slapping going on down there. Mount Union's only 6-5 away from their home court. Second one good by Jackson. All right, 6:15 to go, 61-56. Mount Union still in the lead. Law Williams gives it to Leppert, back over to Williams. Over to Jordan Jones, who drives and gets fouled. That one was on number 24. Ruffin, that's his 4th.
Yep.
2-shot foul coming up for Jordan Jones. Wilmington now in the bonus. One more for Wilmington, and it'll put Mountain Union in the bonus, double bonus.
A lot more fouls called this half than the first half.
First one good by Jones.
Kyle Selza. The Quakers, number 10, Dwight Johnson.
Johnson and Selza back in the game. Second one for Jones. Good. 61-58, 6:03 to go in this ball game here. We got a great finish brewing at Fred Risk Arena this afternoon. Jackson on the other end of the floor. Gives it off, trying to go down low. Jackson now with the ball, drives, and he gets fouled.
Oh, he traveled before that. And even a lot of the fans were yelling that.
Leppert charged with the foul.
Yeah, that was a bad call there. Yeah, he walked. But
well, looks like the snow has stopped.
Oh, really?
Right. So there's only 4 feet in front of the doors.
Probably.
First one by Jackson is good.
Yeah, if they called traveling like it was there, I tell you what, that could have been a little momentum shift. Wilmington had a chance to go down and tie.
Second shot. Good. 63-58. Back to a 5-point lead. Wilmington cannot pull within tying. Johnson back to Jordan Jones. Over to Law Williams. Johnson down low. McCorkle gives it back to Johnson. 15 to shoot. Johnson one-handed off the glass. Beautifully done. Double dribble. It's going back to Wilmington. Or not. No, it's a technical.
Technical on Wilmington's coach.
Wow.
I'm sure they wanted to foul there when Johnson made that bucket. We saw this coming. I thought the Mount Union coach would get it first.
First one good by Skelza. Wow. Second one is good as well.
Let's see if that turns the Quakers on a little bit. Sometimes that's not a bad thing.
65-60 now, and Mount Union with possession, 5:20 to go. Yeah, I'm really surprised that it always seems that Casey Hunt gets charged with the technical, even though the visiting coach is the one causing most of the problems all game long.
Well, he still may get his here before it's over. especially because that's all you've seen all game.
Travel. That one, finally they called a travel against Jackson. It's like the first travel they've called all game long.
The refs, they haven't done too bad a job here today, but the problem is they're getting a little inconsistent because the first half they called 14, well, not even that many fouls total. And, they're already up to 17 fouls. We got 5 minutes to go.
Williams down low to McCorkle. Tried to kick it out to Jordan Jones. Jones picks it up, though. Goes hard, gets fouled by number 2. Selza. Team's 8th. 2 more shots coming up for Jordan Jones.
Jordan Jones, shooting 2.
First one for Jones is good. Second one for Jones. That one good as well. Back to a 3-point game. 4:52 to go. 65-62. Need a big stop. Jackson to Dillon. Dillon hands it off Griffin. Back to Jackson. Step back. Jumper. Good. And a timeout will be taken by Mount Union. A full timeout. That was a three-pointer.
By Jackson, yeah.
68-62 now. 4:33 to go. Second half. You're watching college basketball live on CampusNation.com. The Sports Animal, your home for high school and college sports.
What'd you think of that tee? Did you see the technical?
Yeah,
Wilmington's coach got teed up.
Our Wilmington College president, he's been getting pretty animated during this game.
Well, the refs have just been pretty inconsistent this second half. I mean, the first half I thought they did a pretty nice job, but the second half they've been pretty inconsistent. And that's the worst thing you can say about an official. Yeah, is it just there's just no consistency at all. I mean, they call the T on Wilmington's coach, and like I said, all game long, Mount Union's coach has been in their ear. And he's been on the court a lot, which I'm surprised they've let go.
Like you said, though, it may happen towards the end of the game.
Are you saying I called it?
I'm not going to say that until it happens.
I think he called it.
I know I called about technical earlier because I thought it might be good about Wilmington's coach even get one to try to boost him a little bit.
Yes, you did.
All right.
And I'm not saying Mount Union's not going to get one here in the last 4 minutes.
After the timeout, Wilmington with possession, down by 6, 68-62 with 4.5 to go. Leopard handed it off to Johnson, who brings it all the way up. Gives it to Law Williams. Three-pointer. Got the three, Law Williams. 68-65.
The sheriff was in town. He needs to just keep doing that. Like I said earlier, I think he could take it over.
Griffin got the ball from Jackson. That was a travel, if there ever was one. Back to Dillon, 3 from the top. Wow.
Nice shot.
He's got ice in his veins.
That was a nice shot. Right out there on the top. 71-65.
Back to a 6-point game. Johnson drives, goes up, fade away, no good. Rebound pulled down by McCorkle, and that's going to be a jump ball, and possession will stay with Wilmington.
Boy, the fans here are letting the refs have it, but I do think that was the right call.
Christian Jones.
And the travel down here on this end, that was close. I mean, I think they've let other things go by more blatant than that.
Like you said, very inconsistent today.
Yep. 71-65 here, 3:35. Anything can happen.
Inbound goes to Leopard. Tries to find somebody, gives it to Bibbs. Back to Johnson. Johnson going down low. Leopard kicks it out, and he is fouled. That's Jackson, his third. Team's 9th. So Leopard will shoot a 1-and-1. 1-1 for R.J. Leopard. Got it. Front end good. 3:24 left to go here in the second half. Wilmington's going to need some stops to pull this one out.
Yeah, I mean, they're right in it. They're right. I'd be pressing, you know. It looks like they're going to. Maybe it's just man to man. I don't.
They got the second.
It's a good move here. Make them work.
Jackson brings it up the floor.
Wilmington's getting fired up. Lefford's ready to go. These seniors aren't going to let this just go without saying something. Nice.
Oh,
nice drive
for two. 73-67. Under 3 to go now. Johnson
almost
saved it.
Away.
Ball stays with Wilmington.
250, 73-67. Wilmington's got to make every time down count.
Both ways.
We've actually had some barn burners the last few ladies and men's games.
Leopard gets the inbound pass. Got it, stolen away. Down to court is Jackson. Timeout wanted by Mountain Union and granted a 30-second timeout with 2:31 to go here in our second half.
Wilmington High School basketball this coming Friday night, the 27th of February. We'll give you the game time here. I think that we've got it listed on our site under the events calendar, so you can click on it. I believe it is. That's right. So it'll be 8:15 when we actually go on the air, but we will post for sure when we post the game time. So just keep an eye on our site because we're going to be doing some updates, I'm sure, as things happen, particularly if the weather is going to affect any of this. I don't see how it can because these things get stacked up so much there's no real room for moving things around. I know we are seeing a week off that we don't normally see between the end of the regular season and tournament, but they're having the championships at Ohio State University in wrestling, and so that sort of backed everything up further.
All right, here we go.
The Big Tens are going to be there for the NCAA. Yeah.
Isn't that what I just said?
I thought you said the state.
Well, Ohio State championships, the Big Ten, right?
Right.
Now Union with the ball, 73-67, 2 minutes left to play.
Griffin
They're just not playing keep away right now from the Quakers.
Yeah, they are.
Which this is okay. I mean, as long as you can, make it count at the end. I think it's a little early with your way up 2 possessions to do this, but that's just my opinion.
Dillon to Griffin, stolen away.
Steal right there.
Christian Jones got it.
So that kind of backfired for Mount Union. They're going to do it again here. 73-69.
Quaker faithful making some noise now. Jackson with the ball, out on top. Working against Leopard. He's going to drive, go back out. 10 seconds to shoot. 5, 4. Foul. 1:08 to go. 73-69.
Not the time to be going for your refrigeration stuff at your refrigerator, right?
Nope.
Better keep it on Campus Nation.
Well, that's why I think the coach went to this little delay tactic a little too early.
Right.
30-second timeout taken by Casey Hunt and the Quakers.
73-69. Got a chance to pull within 1 here, AJ.
It's going to be close.
Well, I understand what Mount Union's coach was trying to do there, but
it's too early.
It's too early. You've got to connect. I mean, you got to have confidence in your team that you're going to connect at the last second, or at least you're going to hold the ball the whole time and not get it stolen away.
Or commit a foul.
Yep. and that's what's happened each time. They still got a steal, and then they also got a foul. So, but the Quakers got to connect on their end, too.
Right, and I think that right now the best thing to do is to drive to the basket, try to draw a foul, or obviously get the 2 points in the point after. 3 points is not necessary.
No, not yet. Not yet. You're down 4. You got to just get a score here.
That's right. That's the important thing, getting a score.
All right. Ball inbounded to Johnson. 1:05 to go here. Down by 6.
Final minute of regulation play.
Johnson, Christian Jones. Counts! And the bucket counts! You called that.
Rick called it. Rick called it.
Griffin charged with his 4th. 3-point play opportunity for Jones.
Then you got to press. If he makes this, you got to press.
Do not foul.
Well, if he doesn't make it, there's a chance of a rebound for the Quakers and maybe tying it up.
Missed it. Rebound pulled down by Ruffin.
That's okay. You just got to play some defense.
We need to stop.
Mountain Union can go a 2-for-1 right here if they don't hold on to the ball.
Well, you may want to think about fouling, too.
Griffin gives it to Ruffin.
Oh, he almost traveled.
Shot clock will be dead after this possession, so with 12 seconds on the shot clock, a timeout will be taken by Mount Union.
12 seconds to go on the shot clock, 31 and a half to go in the game.
All Wilmington needs to do is get a stop and a 2-pointer to be able to send this one to OT.
Yep.
They can hold on the ball the entire time and wait for the last shot.
You could.
Wilmington had beat Mount Union earlier this year.
88-87. It was a barn burner also, but that one you said there was a lot of lead changes. And this one there's only been, what, 1 lead change? And Wilmington like to make it 2 lead changes here pretty soon.
But you also got to remember, Wilmington could be the only team to complete a 2-game sweep of Mount Union this year.
Yep.
As Mount Union 18-6, Wilmington 11-12.
That'd be good for Wilmington, get to 500.
At the end of the season, going into the tournament, and with a win today, like we said earlier, they secure a number 5 seed in the OAC tournament, which would pit them against Baldwin-Wallace.
All right, well, we got 31 and a half seconds left to determine who's going to win or whether we're going to OT. This will be a memorable senior day for our seniors if they can snatch this victory.
Very memorable. And you can relive the moment later tonight when the game's posted on Campus Nation.
I've heard that.
All right.
We heard it a bunch yesterday.
Inbound to Ruffin. Dillon with it out on top, working against Johnson. Goes up, no good. Ball's going to Wilmington. 23.3 seconds left. And Law Williams will be coming into the game for Ben McGriff.
So the shot clock is dead?
Shot clock is dead.
Yes.
23.3 seconds left.
Wilmington can take all the rest of the time to get 2 or 3.
Yes.
Here we go.
I would reiterate, they need to drive to the basket and get the 2. And if they get the extra icing on the cake, we can end this right now in regulation time.
Johnson to Jones. Jones to Johnson. 3-pointer. No good. And a foul against R.J. Leopard. Man, they needed a drive.
8.7 seconds. Now the key will be we need only one of these at most to be made so that we can tie it up with a 3.
Right.
There's plenty of time to get down the court. You don't have to fire it from, half court or anything like that. 8.7 seconds can get you down the court and get you into a basket position to shoot a 3.
Ruffin shooting. He only has 3 points today, but one of those was a slam dunk.
These are critical shots.
First one. No good. He missed the first. 8.7 seconds left. Still one more shot for Ruffin.
Got to call a timeout. You got to call a timeout here if you're Wilmington. Timeout, whether he makes it or misses it.
Second shot. Got it.
Timeout?
It's a 3. We need a 3.
Johnson
No
picks it up.
timeout.
74-71. Wilmington
your
gets it
timeout.
across half court, takes a timeout. 6.7 seconds left to go. Full timeout. You're watching college basketball live on CampusNation.com, the sports animal, your home for high school and college sports.
Okay, gentlemen, who you give the ball here to shoot your last shot?
You either give it to Leopard, who's been off all day long, to make that one final shot.
Right.
You give it to Law Williams, who's been making very good three-pointers, or you give it to Dwight Johnson, who made the big shot in the first game against Mount Union.
Wouldn't that be deja vu, right?
Yeah. I tell you, I'm kind of leaning toward Law Williams if it's me. Leopard, man, all the points he's had in college, I'm sure Mount Union's got to think of the same thing. It's either going to Leopard or Williams.
Yeah, I'm
That's
sure they're
what
talking
thinking.
about who they need to watch so that they can't make the 3. Now, there's one other psychological thing here. Would you purposely foul so that they couldn't make a 3, so that they could only shoot 2 points?
Not if you're out. Not if you keep the ball out on 3-point land.
Well, if they came right out and fouled you,
Yeah, that wouldn't be a bad idea.
well, I mean that's
Wouldn't be a bad idea at all.
that is a possibility.
Well, we're all standing here in the booth. That never happens.
I know the fans wouldn't like it because they would think it was a cheap shot, but that's part of the psychology and the basketball strategy.
Well, and
I mean, I've coached little league
Yeah,
knot hole, and
yeah.
I've walked people, and they didn't like that.
intentionally, yeah.
All right.
Let's see what they do.
6.7 seconds to go. 74-71,
There we
a
go.
three-point game.
Need a 3.
Jones to inbound. Gets it into Law Williams. Williams goes up with a 3. In and out. And that's going to do it. Final score, ladies and gentlemen, Mount Union 74, Wilmington 71. Williams almost had that.
Well,
Right,
tell
I
you
even thought
what.
it was fouled possibly.
Well, the Mount Union defender was all over him. Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't call a foul there.
Man, what a ball game, though.
I'll tell you what, again, that just goes to the officiating in the second half wasn't up to par.
Well, it was a great ball game.
It's a shame the way it ended on that last shot, though, because I'm like you. I think
Yeah, it looked like there might have been some contact.
Well, there was
there.
there was a lot of contact.
But for Mount Union, they get out with a win.
Yep.
They go to 19-6, and Wilmington will fall to 11-13 to end the season going into the OAC tournament.
And we want to remind everybody the weather is bad out there, so anyone that will be listening to this broadcast, if you're out and driving around, make sure you got your seatbelts on. We're certainly going to make sure when we get out of here that we have a safe trip home. Maybe I'll stop and get some coffee, but that'll be about it.
Are you going to get some coffee, are you?
I think I'm going to get some coffee. I need my caffeine. I haven't had it today other than this Mountain Dew.
It's about 5 o'clock. I'll have to take supper home to my girls.
Well, there you go. Well, I'm sure they're going to be hungry.
Yep. Who knows what they'll want. Well, I tell you what, a game. Wilmington gets beat by 3, and they had a 3-point shot at the buzzer, and it was short, but the Mount Union defender was all over the Wilmington player. No foul call.
We've seen 3 games in a row that have come down, to literally the last shot.
Yeah, exciting basketball out here
so
at Herman
one
Court,
thing's for certain,
Fred Risk Arena.
the games that we've played here, they have been barn burners these last few games. Bye, hon.
And I tell you, the schedule just gets busier and busier here coming up. So
yeah, when we get into tournament, plus we are still having to sit down and plan for the sports that we're going to be covering in the spring sports season. Obviously, we're going to be covering Wilmington spring sports. We're talking with East Clinton. We'd like to get back together with the people out there in your neck of the woods
McLean,
at McLean.
Yeah. McLean, it might be a little tough because they don't play their spring. Well, they have track.
Right. Some of the spring sports are not SEOL. They play other teams, don't they?
Well, the spring sports is but the spring sports also, the baseball and softball is
at a different diamond?
Yeah, it's out at Mitchell Park, which is nowhere near the school. So
right. The other thing that we'd like to do is maybe to get together with the athletic director over at Massey, see if we can. I know Massey has a very good baseball team this year.
Yeah, you said that.
And so we'd like to talk to them about maybe doing some sports out there.
A friend of mine used to coach baseball out there, but I don't know if he still does or not. Jesky Zantini.
I'm not sure. I don't know. That might be their coach.
I don't know. He used to coach out there. I don't know if he still does or not.
Well, one thing's for certain.
I know he helps with the football.
We have plenty coming up as far as on campusnation.com. Besides our tourney coverage with Division III wrestling and our Hurricane boys coverage up through the state championship. We'll be working, as we said, on scheduling for our spring sports. Now, Wilmington College, Amir was telling us that they're playing
baseball next week
in Chillicothe. At the Paint Stadium.
Yeah, Paint.
So
that's
I hope
VA Stadium.
They're going to have to dig them out before they can.
Yeah, it's behind the Veterans Hospital. You ever been down to see the Paints?
Never been down there.
I'll tell you what, it's a nice experience. They got a big.
How does that compare to like the A Farm Club for down in Dayton for the
well, it's
Reds?
A lot different. I mean, that's more of a professional organization. Like the Pioneer League, which is what the Chillicothe Paints play in, it's all college students.
Really?
Yeah, and they come and play during the summer there. And if you're not in college, you can't play. They just switched that a few years ago, but it's some good baseball. It's reasonably priced. It's like $5 or $6 a game, and it's a nice stadium, big picnic area, and it's old. It's an old stadium, but they have
So we got the latest sports schedules for the spring. Hey, there is something I would like to say before we get into the final statistics here, and that is I want to thank Charlie Hargrave and A.J. Ganger. This has been a great basketball season, not just the basketball season as far as the Wilmington Quakers, but obviously the stuff that we've done over at Wilmington High School. You guys have been very helpful as far as in us being able to bring these games. In fact, there's no way we could have done it without the two of you. Mm-hmm. So I want to thank you a lot. Dave Martin, he's been instrumental as well. Wherever Dave is, I think he's up in motorcycle land in Columbus.
He's an easy rider.
Right. Dave has been very helpful too. Want to thank him. So just wanted to put that in, and obviously we've got a lot more to do, but anyway, we certainly appreciate everybody that's helped contribute to our broadcast, as well as the fans that have been listening.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
All right, so we've got the finals here.
All right, leading scorer for Mount Union with 17 points was Stevie Griffin. He was 5 of 7 from three-point land and 6 of 9 from the field. With 14 points, De'Allen Jackson had 14 points and 6 rebounds. With 10 points, Cody Dillon. With 2 people with 8 points, that was Nate Jakubik and also Kyle Skelza. With 6 points, we had J.J. Kakura. They shot 36.4% from the field in the second half, 44.4 overall. They shot 42% from three-point land, took 28 three-pointers and made 12 of them, and they were 18 of 24 from the free throw line. For Wilmington, your leading scorer this evening with 14 points was Jonathan Bibbs. Behind him with 12 was Christian Jones. R.J. Leopard with 8. Law Williams with 8. 2 players with 6 points, and that would be McCorkle and Jordan Jones. With 7 points was Dwight Johnson. Jaron Toll did have 3. That was the only shot he took and made. Wilmington took a total of 60 shots tonight, 10 more than their opponent, Mount Union. They shot 38.3%, 41.9% from in the second half, 38.3 overall, 25% from three-point land, only made 5 of 20, and they were 83.3% from the free throw line. Wilmington only had 7 turnovers tonight. Mount Union had 20 turnovers this evening, and they still ended up winning this game. Your final attendance for today's ball game, 334. Again, Mount Union winning 74-71, improving to 19-6 overall and 15-3 in the OAC. Wilmington falling to 11-13 and 8-10 in OAC play.
I tell you what, I would have lost that bet if I said 300 people would be here today. I mean, they were here, but I mean, just the weather being so bad.
Exactly,
I mean,
and the weather is bad, and you do have to think that these are true fans when they brave this weather, whether they're on campus and walking across campus and all this mess, or whether they're actually getting in their automobiles and trying to get in here. And obviously we, if there's a game, need to be here. Some of these fans don't have to be, obviously.
Right.
And so it's a fine testament to the fans that follow Wilmington College sports that they can come out, especially on a senior day. I'm sure that was very important for these seniors that with our cheerleader and with the 5 Wilmington seniors that are graduating.
Tell you what, it would be fun in the future, probably not next year, maybe a couple of years, is be able to go maybe with them some away. Because I know, like Marty and the Reds, when they go, usually they just go right with the team.
Right, and obviously the big problem for us, and we'll even have to get that changed here, is available bandwidth so that we can get our broadcast out to our content delivery network. We need a single stream of bandwidth to get us to the content delivery network. Then the content delivery network is what everyone connects to in the multiple streams to their homes. And as long as we can, maybe get some cooperation from some of the schools in the OAC or other schools that we're going to as far as access to their network, and even if it was just as much that we did audio on the road and audio and video here, I think that would be a possibility as well.
Yeah.
We're getting a lot more people interested in a lot of other schools and athletic directors wanting to sign on and give us what we need in order to be able to do the types of broadcasts that we're doing from Wilmington High School and East Clinton. They've always worked with us, and we'd like to expand that to some of the other venues that they've got, like their tennis courts and their baseball fields and that, because really some of these other sports don't get covered very well, and they're just as exciting as watching a basketball or football.
Baseball and softball definitely doesn't get covered, like basketball and football, and that would be nice for these kids that do play the spring sports. That's why I used to coach was baseball and softball, so I know they would love it.
Yep.
Any last words, AJ?
Well, don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, Friday night, Wilmington High School basketball, and the tournament starts. And also, we've got Division III wrestling starting 27th and 28th as well. I'll be up there doing wrestling. You'll have Rick and Charlie bugging you guys all night long doing basketball. But if they annoy you guys too much, tune in to wrestling.
I figured he was going to try to steal our fans. He's trying to steal our fans. The minute we let him out of our sight.
Nice thing about this, we got 2 different areas, so I'm sure there's plenty to go around.
And there's a lot. It's awesome to be able to sit here and work for Campus Nation.
It's great to be able to do multiple broadcasts at the same time, so that we can make sure that all our fans see the sports that they want to see, and not just the major sports like football and basketball, but also some of these other sports that I love baseball, I love tennis. I can't wait for lacrosse. So we're hoping that we can bring you some of these other sports.
Lacrosse here at the college is beginning in just about a week.
Right,
March 4th is the first date I saw now. I think April might be a good time.
And on the schedule also, the baseball game is being played at Chillicothe, and I think that's the 26th, so that's Thursday.
Right. So, we want to thank our Mount Union the people for tuning in. Obviously, you probably went to the Wilmington Quaker site.
Team.
Yeah,
really
good basketball team. We wish both teams luck in the tournament, and I don't know about any kind of coverage that we would be able to do for the Quakers when they're in the tournament, but certainly what we want to do is get to a point where, like Charlie is saying, we can do a lot of broadcasts in a lot of different venues, in a lot of different locations. Some of it's just a technology situation.
Right.
Technology will change, or we can acquire the equipment so that we can do these multiple broadcasts, even when there's not the available bandwidth, because we can do a satellite link, or we can do a multiple, what they call bonding of what would be a cell phone link, so that you can take 2 or 3 cell phone channels and bond them together to have the audio and video bandwidth.
Interesting.
The technology is there, and it's improving steadily, just like with the quality of cameras and the quality of audio and wireless. And so Campus Nation will be embracing all this new technology. We've got a lot of stuff that we're going to be adding to our broadcasts. We just want to say that it's been a pleasure to bring you college basketball here on the Campus Nation Network. Yep,
you've been watching college basketball on CampusNation.com. The sports animal for high school and college sports. I'm AJ Ganger. The roaring man is Charlie Hargrave and Rick Phillips as well. saying go Quakers and good night.
Good night.
See you Friday.
See you Friday.